Good afternoon, everybody.
All right.
I am TJ, or AKA Big Country, and this is Aaron the Man Darnell. And we're here for another installation of Hot Shot Secret, just sharing some more information with you guys about our products, as well as what is happening around here. Remember to write a comment down below in the comment section in order to possibly win some free product. And so today, Aaron, we're going to talk a little bit about some different things, aren't we?
I guess.
So if you guys have any questions, like I said, put them down there in the comment section. We'll get to them. But today we kind of want to talk a little bit. We've been asked some questions about some gas additives, as well as some frequently asked questions that we get. Being one of the people that answer the technical questions in the building, sometimes people call in with just regular questions of how much should I put in my vehicle or what is causing this. So today we're gonna talk a little bit about that. So with Aaron being in our R&D department, he might have to get a little more technical, but I would have to say I'm pretty smart on that end too. So first off, let's talk a little bit about what we have for gas engines. I know a lot of people are wondering, what can we do for the gas engines that we do for diesel engines? As you guys can kind of see up front here, we still have the Stiction Eliminator. Everybody knows that the Stiction Eliminator was made for the 6.0s, 7.3s, Huey-fired injectors. But the big thing that we have found through studies and third-party testing is that it actually will help out the gas engine as well. Aaron, do you have a situation where Stiction Eliminators helped you at all?
Absolutely. Just in a street strip car, it cleaned out the rings and brought back the lost compression.
Yeah, and we have a lot of people that call in daily who put it in like their Volvos or that are gas, or they put them in their Odyssey vans, or they put them in their Ford F-150s or their Chevy 6.0s. Those kind of things that have lifter ticks, a lot of times the Stiction Eliminator will clear up and allow it to totally stop. Also, one of the things that people want to know is the Fr3 good in a gas engine. Of course, the Stiction Eliminator is good for a gas vehicle, so is the Fr3. The Stiction Eliminator, a lot of people don't know, and I'm sure you guys have heard Chris and some other people talk about this, is it will actually go in and dissolve all the old oil that is around the engine back down to an oil base, so that whenever you do your oil change, it comes out like oil. It's kind of a fun thing to talk about to me, because if you look at a lot of products out there, I mean, they're adding lubricity on the inside of an engine. They're not really trying to dissolve it back down so that it can get out of there. So a lot of times people are like, well, that's going to cause my rings or my seals to start deteriorating, or it's going to cause leakage or something. But maybe you can give a little more insight on that.
No, it breaks down the burnt oil, the Stiction, helps swell the rings a little bit. I'm sorry, rings and seals, not the compression rings by any means, but it restores the performance of your motor.
Yeah, so I've used Stiction Eliminator in both of my vehicles that are gas vehicles. One's a Cavalier, one is a Malibu that I used it in. Both actually improved in power, but also after using the Stiction Eliminator and then moving to the Fr3, I seen pretty big boost in miles per gallon as well. And I think that when you look at the Fr3 and you think about a friction reducer, people don't understand fully what friction actually is doing inside the engine. You race cars, you know exactly what's going on inside the engine. So with that friction reducing inside there and lowering the operating temperature, how well maintained is it helping the vehicle to run?
It's all of the above the 30 cent.
Aaron is the quiet guy.
Always.
And see, so Tom G from Facebook had asked, how long does it take Stiction Eliminator to start working fully? There's some people that will swear it works as soon as they put it in. There's some people that say it will work 40 miles down the road, 50 miles down the road. So we normally tell people about 500 to 1,500 miles is when you will fully see something's cleaned out.
Right.
So
rare occasions it's longer, but typically about 150-mile mark, you'll start to see it breaking down.
Yeah, Aaron's correct in saying that, because we have a lot of people who will use the Stiction Eliminator, but the Stiction is so built up inside of a vehicle that it actually will need a second dose, just because whenever it is put in there and it has dissolved most of the old burnt on oil inside down into a liquid again. Normally, there's more in there than than what we were expecting, but other than that, it normally take care of it the first time. I mean, I haven't had any problem in a gas vehicle with Stiction Eliminator doing that.
And it's even more helpful in a turbo motor, turbo gas motor. There's a lot of heat buildup in the bearings and turbo shaft, so it helps in that area.
Yeah. So
Cleans that up.
with the FR3, a lot of people talk about it in performance in, let's take Fire Punk, for example. Levon Miller, 15 horsepower plus. That's diesel. A lot of people don't understand that we've actually put the FR3 in a gas performance vehicle as well. Am I correct?
You are correct, but I don't have the data.
I don't have that. Well,
Powered by science, but I don't have the science with me.
and one of the things, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was like an extra 7 horsepower that Tom Perini, who actually races the Corvette for Hot Shot Secret, had gained in his Corvette. So if you're performance-wise trying to boost your performance inside of a gas dragster, I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that FR3 would be the way to go. I mean, dropping the oil pressure, or dropping the oil
bad.
temperature, yeah, dropping the oil pressure is bad. But dropping the oil temperature and reducing that friction, that actually helps loosen up a lot of things to be able to run correctly, that people don't understand what is going on inside of an engine. So we've talked kind of about the oil side of things. So everybody's kind of looking up here and they're like, well, some of these products I've seen before, some of them I haven't. As some of you know, we actually have been testing in gas additive to be able to be an injector cleaner for gas engines. Correct, Aaron?
That is absolutely correct.
So I want Aaron to explain a little bit of all the testing that was done and let you guys know exactly where we're at with that.
Okay, we did a bunch of in-house testing on several vehicles and over, and we had 3 formulas that we had narrowed down to. Last month we had a giveaway of free product and got a lot of sample responses back, and ran through the data, broke it down by how old the vehicle was, how many miles were on it, what type of octane, what make and model, and took this little survey and stretched it out so every little question you would have was answered. We found that the red one, if anyone got the red sample, you got the winner. That will be the Hot Shot Secret gas additive that's coming out. Overall, we saw a 7.9 increase in fuel economy, which is fairly substantial. One thing that was pretty impressive is on cars with 0 to 60,000 miles, relatively new vehicles, even though the injectors shouldn't be clean, or they should be clean, not dirty, some of the chemistry that we have in that formula still increased the fuel mileage over 7%. So there are some goodies in there besides the injector cleaner, which helps restore the performance, but it actually gives you a little as well.
And see, one of the things me and Aaron talked about before we came on the air is that I thought maybe we could add some octane to it, cause a little extra power inside there. But let Aaron explain a little bit more about why we can't really do that.
You're going to get me in trouble. Several reasons. One, the main company or the main component for octane boosters are heavily regulated by the EPA, so you can only put a minute amount of octane booster. So it's really not worth it. You're not going to see many results. And from a racing environment, I don't always agree with octane boosters for myself. No, my vehicles, I get in trouble all the time because I use 87 octane, and everyone else says they use high test. So
So
It
as
changes
Aaron,
the point of ignition, just like cetane does in a diesel. So
okay.
I,
So I mean that's pretty big numbers
yeah,
though.
changes that's substantial.
I mean, there was a lot of people that took part in being a
Yeah.
part of the science.
Yeah,
because,
we had well over 270 responses. So
thank you for everybody
Yeah,
who
quite
took
a-
all of
quite a bit.
those, actually got that free gas additive and actually tried it and took the time to be able to write down your miles per gallon and everything to be able to help us. You're making a difference, just like we're trying to do every day.
Right.
So
We are going to follow up with testings on the red one only this time instead of the other formulas to back the data up just to make sure it matches up and lines up. So we're not just, hey, thanks guys, put on a product at you. We are still testing and analyzing all of our claims before we get rowdy.
no,
We want to be honest with them.
and see that's one of the main things I love about our company is that we constantly are testing. There's this is a nonstop testing facility. People think we come to work and we're just like we sit at a desk and talk about diesels and gases all day, gas engines all day, but it's not that. I mean, out of the hours that you put in throughout a week, how many hours of those do you think you're in that lab?
Not as many as I should be, is the answer. But 25, 30.
Yeah. So when we come out with products or we are telling you that we're working on something, it's not that we're trying to work on it and just make it like everybody else's and give you the bare minimum of what you can have. We're actually making sure it's industrial grade and trying to bring out the best. So I want to switch it over here a little bit because we've been asked a lot of questions for so long that I don't know if people understand that they've already been asked questions. So, and they're simple. Sometimes as treat rates, sometimes people don't understand what is on the bottle, as well as just simple things as why is my diesel smoke? I was telling these guys a little earlier today, I had a guy call in who said that his truck was black smoking and he put diesel extreme in it and it don't smoke anymore, but he wants his truck to smoke. To me, I'm thinking you don't want your truck to smoke unless you have a tune or something on it. But to him, it was because he liked to see black smoke roll out the back of his tailpipe. So rolling coal. So that's the big thing. So the difference between smoke and a diesel and smoke and gas, on gas side, it could be a lot of different things. On a diesel side, a lot of times white smoke, black smoke could mean bad fuel, could mean you have unburnt hydrocarbons inside of your injectors that are sticking and causing an irregular spray pattern. There's things like that will sooner or later build up inside of the injectors and inside of a truck that it will cause more damage than anything. It may look cool for a while, but sooner or later it will come back to bite you in the hind end, as many will say. And with the smoking, a lot of times people ask, well, what can I do for it? Our diesel extreme will help with the smoking in like the diesels that are 6.7, 6.4s, 5.9s, anything fuel fired. But if you go to the 7.3s and the 6.0s of the Ford style, it's going to be Stiction Eliminator since they're Huey style injectors. Now, we had some questions that people asked, so I want to go through these with Aaron, and we'll just let you know what it does. So somebody had asked, I have an 09 Chevy Kodiak 550 with an 8.1 gas engine. It has a chuff sound when idle, not unlike a mist. Could it be a stuck injector? What would you recommend for a gas engine? And it says, would Hot Shot Secret work or clean? Okay. So you would be correct, and Hot Shot Secret would work with our gas additive. If you're using the Stiction Eliminator on the other side too, if you're having lifter ticks and stuff, it will help. As far as if you have a stuck injector. At that point, whenever we were asked about that question, we didn't have the gas additive to be able to put in it, but now we do. So we know that we can help you out on that side. And just like we talked about before, Hot Shot Secrets will work in gas vehicles. Doesn't matter if it's
Stiction.
Yeah.
Oil side.
Yeah, the oil side as well as the new gas additive that came out. Don't try to put cetane boost or cetane extreme or EDT in your gas tank. I've had numerous calls where people have done that and seized up the engine. So don't do that. So one of the other things I want to talk about is we have a lot of dealers throughout the United States that they have asked, what kind of products are you guys coming out with? And just so you guys know, we are coming out with quite a bit. I had talked with Kevin, our R&D guy, or well, I guess you could say R&D or chemist, whatever you want to call him. He is everything inside of here. But he wanted me to go over some of these because we're going to be coming out with them. Some of people already have them. As you can see up front, cetane extreme. Now, Aaron we'll have to talk more about this because he's done a lot of research and development on it. What I thought it was different than what Aaron had told me. So I'll let him go ahead and explain what the cetane extreme is.
The cetane extreme is exactly like it sounds. It's the highest concentration of cetane that we could put into a bottle and still give you a decent treat rate. We did take out the lubricity. It started out as a request from another company that wanted to private label it. So that's where it started. We researched and developed and came up with this formula for them, and they're happy in purchasing it, and now we have it.
So is there any cleaning going on in that?
Yeah, there's injector cleaner as well.
Okay.
Same as diesel extreme and EDT, minus the
lubricity. Okay. So do you know kind of what the treat rate is going to be on that yet?
It's 2 ounces to 1 to 1,600, 2 ounces to 25 gallons.
Okay. Hey, that's fine. I thought it had lubricity in it. Maybe it does not. So it's going to boost your cetane. Do you know how many points possibly it's going to boost the cetane? Up to 8 points. So something to be looking for. As far as I know, it's going to be like a dealer-only product. Not going to be sold in retail stores. So they ain't going to touch it. As far as other products, we were told that we're coming out with a PAO gear oil. Just so you know, there's going to be a race-based one, which is adrenaline. And then we're also going to have a Blue Diamond PAO gear oil for heavy-duty trucks, kind of semis, dump trucks, stuff like that. A lot of people have asked for that, and now we're going to have it.
We deliver.
We deliver. So, I mean, a lot of people don't understand, as we were talking about a little bit ago, of how much we are trying to improve the different kind of products that are out there. So, with the gas additive, the gear oil, we'll actually be coming out with a grease as well, and with the grease, there's going to be a rust preventative grease as well as the high performance bearing lithium grease. And with those being into play, you're talking about some major help for some of these guys that are having issues with bearings going out and stuff inside their heavy duty trucks. And some of these people that are having trouble with injectors on a gas engine and they can't find a product on the shelf to be able to help them improve their miles per gallon and stuff. So is there any other products that you know of that we're coming out with that I may have missed?
Maybe. Gun oil.
Oh, yep. I forgot all about that. We talked about that this morning, and I got off that. If you guys didn't know, there is a post going around from the Fitzgeralds that we now have Born Action Lube that has nanotechnology in it. I personally have already used it in all my guns. It is awesome. It has helped tremendously on like my 40 and my 12 gauge. So it's definitely a product I can't wait for it to come out and people to be able to try it. Also, something else I'm missing, I think.
There's a lot of things in R&D still.
There is. There's a lot of things going on. So, Eric Villa had asked, are there plans for the 5W30 engine oil? Do you know anything that I don't know?
I'm not sure. I don't know what you know.
I
There are, for passenger car oil, we have done extensive testing. We were about to release it and found some new discoveries, and I'd hate to say back to the drawing board, but huge increase in performance from the next round of testing. So we don't want to release it until it's top notch, like always. So it's going to be a little bit yet.
No, I understand.
We're doing I believe it's 0W20 and a 5W30 are the plans.
So it was a 0W20
Yes.
and a 5W30. Okay. So 0W20 and 5W30 oil. Get ready. The big things are still happening, guys. And after this,
Unless we change our minds.
Also, after this, we're going to be playing a live video of LSI Adventures. Just so you guys know, we had a little walkthrough today from our cameraman and our CEO, Chris Gabrelchek, and you might get some laughs out of this, but we still love you guys. But as far as that, I just want to thank you guys again for tuning in. We thank you everybody that commented. If you guys have any questions, you can always reach out to us. We're more than happy to answer your questions. We pride ourselves on being educational and trying to teach people. And as we approach October, which will be next Friday when we have another live stream, I would hope we start talking a little bit about diesel winter anti-gel, since this is about the time that you're going to want to start getting that into your vehicle, since if you're like us in Ohio, it's already freezing cold and you can't have your fan in the window anymore. So is there anything else you need to say, Aaron?
Not today.
Okay, guys. We also have, before we do that, we also do have races this weekend. We have Wagler, the race, the UCC race. Forgot about that. We had 3 or 4 guys go out there already today. And I'm not sure if we have any other race going on this weekend, to be honest with you.
Don't believe so.
I think that was it. I think there is one going on at Pacemakers this weekend as well. So
It's not
I don't think I don't think it's Hot Shot
Yeah.
sponsored though, but they are.
support your local track anyway.
Support your local track. So, and of course, Brett is telling me to talk about races, and, and he's out there at Wagler, which I understand it. Everybody has said that this is a great event, so I'm just glad that we're a part of it. But we want to thank everybody again for coming and watching what we're doing. Kevin's telling me, how about some free product? Oh, and Dan, one of my dealers, I knew I was missing something. We are coming out with transmission oil. I forgot all about it. I was like, I know we are coming out with Dexo and we're coming out with Type F, correct?
Correct.
So those are actually,
We had 2 versions of that, one for racing and adrenaline and one for the severe duty.
yeah. So yeah, I forgot all about the, and we're coming out with So that's awesome. I'm glad, Dan. Thank you for telling me about that. I forgot all about it. So I don't know how exactly you guys do this free product thing, but do you guys just pick some random person on the, okay, well, I'm just going to scroll. I'm going to pick somebody unbiased. Whole lot of people. We'll go ahead and we'll give it to Colt Carter. So Colt Carter, if you're watching this, go ahead and message us and we'll get you some free products sent out so you can have that. Also, let's see here. Anything else you have?
No, sir.
Okay. We're all good to go. You guys have a great day. Check us out next Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Big Country out.